Hey friends, I'm back with another project, and today we're outside because the weather is nice, and even though I'd rather be playing golf, life is all about balance. The rich and famous get to do everything they want, while the rest of us get to do nothing we want. See? Balance. So today I'm going to be tackling the remodel of this entryway because my wife threatened to leave me if I don't get it done. I'm just kidding, she'd never say that. She actually threatened to kill me. Anyway, here we are with this lovely combination of nothing but flat brown tones, which someone somewhere thought was a good idea at some point. We're going to be dressing it up so hopefully the people that walk into the house don't feel like vomiting on the front steps before they even walk in the door. Last summer I put up a shed in the backyard, and my wife and I used it as a testing ground to figure out a paint scheme that we liked that we'd eventually add to the house. So since we've already settled on colors, I can just get to work painting. The nice part about our house is that it has a lot of brick on it, so there's a lot of natural start and stop points, so I don't have to try and paint the whole house at once. It's also why I'd never buy a house in an HOA, because I don't want someone up my ass around the clock telling me what I can and can't do with my own house. Suck it, Susan. So the house has a pretty rough texture on most of it, as you can see here, so it's important to use the right nap on my roller. What's nap, you say? Well, good question. I'll tell you right now. Nap refers to the length of the fibers on the roller, so a lower nap like 1/4 inch has shorter fibers and holds less paint and is better for smoother surfaces. A 3/4 inch nap, on the other hand, has longer fibers and is better for getting in the nooks and crannies of a rougher surface like this one. So I'm using a 3/4 inch nap roller for all the green areas, and I can use a lower nap on the smooth trim pieces. The higher the nap, the rougher the surface. See? Isn't that easy? So let's pause it right here. Now here's where my stupid brain starts working and coming up with ways to make what should be a quick and easy project into something that takes longer, costs more, and makes it harder on myself, as per usual, and now I have to run it by the boss for approval. With the boss's approval, now I can keep on trucking. Yay, stupid brain. What is it that I came up with that'll make things harder on myself? Well, stick around and I'll show you in a few minutes. The other thing you're going to be asking yourself is, you saw that I had a paint sprayer. Why am I not using a paint sprayer? Well, because there's a lot of windows and stuff here, and it's a lot more prep work, and so I decided to be lazy and not do that and just do things by hand. Typically, I don't tape a lot because I feel like it gives you a false sense of security, but when I do, I prefer to use frog tape. Secret to using frog tape is that you have to carry a wet rag around with you, and after you put the tape on, you have to make sure to get the edge of the tape wet. It has a special edge lock adhesive, and once it gets wet, it locks the edge in. That way, when you peel it off, you get a nice clean line like this one and this one. There's a couple little areas where the trim's damaged pretty badly, so I had to cut those out and replace those, and that's not a big deal. And I also added a baseboard on the side, so I had a cleaner transition between the concrete pad and the walls. Now, I remember when I was coming up with ways to make things harder on myself? Well, originally my wife and I decided we wanted to paint this door, and we were going to make it kind of a bold color and make it a bold entry. But guess what? These are wooden doors, and I like the idea of not painting wooden doors and restoring them back to their old stained look. So guess what I get to do? I get to spend hours and hours and hours restoring these doors. What a waste of time! Someone somewhere is currently typing as they take a break from searching overpriced mods to add to their lifted truck while sitting on their couch drinking their 7th beer. It's okay though, because they can't spell depreciating or asset, let alone know what they mean when you put the two together. Do I like doing it? No. Would I rather be doing something else? Absolutely. And sometimes the thing that's going to look the best and the right thing to do are the same thing, and sometimes they both involve work. Lucky for me, I get to do it twice, and rather than showing you footage of the same thing 2 times, here's some footage of my son with his dog, and it's very cute. If you do want to learn some more information about doing this, that's cool, because guess what? I'm going to do some more videos upcoming that's going to show more detail about how I'm doing this and a bunch of other steps as part of this remodel. And if that doesn't sound interesting to you, well then just keep on scrolling there, turd burglar. So to finish out the doors, I'm adding some brand new hardware, which I'll touch on in another video. Ooh, that looks like crap. Let's fix that. We don't go for the landlord special around here, so that looks better. So lastly, I'm adding some new weather stripping on the door, making sure everything's nice and tight, adjusting everything, making sure it's fit. Then I can install a new modern looking porch light that replaces the dated broken one that was there. Oh, and the other thing that my stupid brain came up with was that I decided I wanted to put tongue and groove wood paneling on the ceiling and match it to the doors. How cool. Man, that's fun. Let's spend more time staining and putting up things that didn't need to be that difficult. So there you go. Doesn't that look nice? And someone will ultimately say, I liked it better before, or I like the raw wood look better. Well, that's great, Susan. Here's a trophy. It says, world's best, I don't give a f.